you and I both live in LA, and ICE protests have been happening. Now, I'm an immigrant as well. I came over here legally from USSR. It was Ukraine, and, I got a citizenship and so forth. To me, when you look at this situation, I guess the thing that kind of gets me scratching my head a little bit is that, look, you have a group of people that have been in this country illegally. Now, during that course of time, they've paid taxes, they've contributed and so forth, but at the back of their mind, they know they're still illegal. So at the point that the shoe finally drops and it's like, okay, like now you have to actually answer for this, you can get sent back to the country you came from. Why would you be that mad to the point of getting violent and so forth? Like, it's not really going to solve anything by being violent. That's like if you don't pay taxes for 20 years and suddenly the IRS says you owe back taxes, you're going to, blow up the IRS office. Right. You knew you weren't paying taxes. You knew you were not a citizen. You see all these people, I supported Trump and now I got deported. Like, did you you think that was a free, get out of ICE jail free card? Like, they came without support? No. You knew this guy was anti-immigrant. This is the guy that's building the wall. This is the guy that's blocking countries, from coming in and so forth. This has been his stance since day one.
And your vote made a difference. Probably wouldn't have won. We wouldn't have won without their vote.
If illegal, aliens were not voting, but I'm saying the community.
The Latino community.
Yeah. A lot of them were standing behind him.
Yeah.
Only to have him turn around and deport a lot of the Latino community. But you can't really be surprised because he never said anything else that he would do.
Correct. Well, my only concern is with the due process I'm not seeing.
So they're just sending him back.
Yeah, you got to have a hearing. You got to determine whether they are. I mean, they grab them in on their own discretion. At their discretion, they do what they want with them. I don't even know what they're asking for. Are they asking for papers, or are they just walking up to people or going into folks' house? I was asking someone last night, do you think they have a list? They ran up to the car wash the other day and got 2 specific people were walking out. And I'm like, what made them go into the car wash? Do they have a list, or is there a tip line where people say, go over to such and such and you can find them? Costco's or outside Home Depot or wherever.
Yeah, Home Depot, yeah.
Yeah, but I know they can suspect in that instance a lot of them are illegal or undocumented. But in the instance of others, how do you go up? Who tells you to go to such and such job? Who tells you that such and such is going to be there? Do they have a master list of undocumented? If so, that list needs to be corrected because we're saying that they're not undocumented, many of them. They are legitimate residents and citizens.
Yeah, but look, go to any other country, overstay your welcome.
My problem, I'll say this, in many of the cases I'm hearing about, they're getting help that the most impoverished people in Detroit and in West Virginia can't get. I say West Virginia because that's white. The poorest state in the country, the Appalachia.
It's real redneck.
Detroit.
Yeah.
All black.
All black, yeah.
25%, one of the poorest, if not the poorest, big city in America. And so you neglect them, but you have resources for others who you say are undocumented and are not citizens. They're getting $100 a day or so in some instances. Cell phones I'm hearing about. In the state of Illinois, they are allowing non-citizens to be sworn in as police officers. Look up the legislation. Don't take my word.
Wow.
Don't take my word. And they're getting housing. In some instances are just as, or if not more, than what the poor white folks in West Virginia or the impoverished black folks in Detroit. So that's why I see there needs to be a balance. That's why I see the balance needs to be made. If you're going to do for those who are in a crisis right now because of their undocumented status, those who have been in a perpetual crisis, poor folks in West Virginia and the Appalachian, poor folks in the big cities, don't leave them behind.
Yeah, but unfortunately, this is an argument that's never ending, because you could say, look at the money we're giving to Ukraine.
Yep.
Billions of dollars that could be redirected to Detroit.
Yep.
That's still, is the water situation fixed there?
In Flint, it was.
In Flint,
yes.
I'm sorry. In Flint,
I
Michigan.
played a role in that, yes.
Okay, yeah.